They didn't. You know what? Here's what I always wondered though. So we always talk about like how the white people brought the smallpox over to the West and would wipe out these indigenous peoples. Why didn't they have any diseases to like fuck up the white people?
They probably did. I bet, like, because there's going to be diseases everywhere, right? Like there must have been shit that like all the Europeans started getting.
If they did,
I guess not
happened.
as intense. Maybe it was like a milder shit, but like
no, it would have happened if they did, right? We would have gotten. Oh, we got the. I mean,
right. Don't go to Mexico. Montezuma's revenge.
We'd go somewhere and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, there's yellow fever down there," but it's not like the Brits went back home with yellow fever and wiped out London. Like, I'm just curious why.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
no clue. Maybe the pathogen died on the boat.
Well, Taylor solved it here.
They're very seasick pathogens.
Oh, they got, but no Dramamine in that time for the pathogens.
They don't care for it. They don't want that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know. What is? It would be so tight if they found one of those like super ancient civilizations, way older than like Egypt or ancient China. Because
they don't know how old Egypt is.
Like, what is it called? You've brought it up. Gekli Tepe.
Göbekli Tepe, that place in Turkey, that site they discovered that's well over 12,500 years old.
That's really cool. Stuff like that's fascinating.
That has those carvings and those enormous monolithic blocks that would have required not only someone who knew how to make monolithic blocks, but you have to keep in mind there has to be a system around the kind of person who is a craftsman and makes blocks like that. Uglug doesn't go out there, beat something with his club and eat it, and then go back to the mine that day. Uglug is this requires a miner who mines all day as a profession, and a craftsman who crafts all day as a profession, and like a religious society who's like, yes, we must have these things to please the gods, and little peons who are like, certainly do, right? All those things required a civilization of some like level is required to make those things happen, and we don't know anything about those people. And Egypt too, like the word that Egyptians use for the pyramid builders is not Egyptian. They call them by a different name as a different people.
Interesting. So
they don't know how old that
some
stuff
people
is.
think that like pyramid predates the Egyptians? Like
yeah,
the really old
by
one?
many thousands of years. And then like the Sphinx, like they don't know how old that stuff is.
Yeah, you talked about the Sphinx recently, which I didn't know the Sphinx was older than some of the pyramids.
They don't know, nobody knows how old it is.
If you took someone from one of those ancient civilizations, right, and granted them immortality, right? So now this guy's 12,000 years old. I wonder what he'd be like, right? So biologically, let's assume he's the same, that humans haven't evolved in 12,000 years. He's working with basically the same, wetware that we are. Cool. Would he be a genius, having learned things for the last 12,000 years? Would he be a dumbass like me, still stuck on some outdated food pyramid that he learned in fourth grade?
He's still eating his 12 servings of grain a day.
Just bread is part of the foundation of this whole fucking thing. like, would he be stuck on these old belief systems? Would he be a genius? Like, I wonder what this guy would be like if he lived 12. I bet he'd be rich.
Oh,
I bet. Please tell me you figured out you can just dollar cost average into the S&P. It's easy to get rich. It's hard to get rich while you still have enough life left. But if you're going to live 12,000 years, God, you can spend 100 years getting rich. It's no big deal.
He could have been the first guy in the stock market.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like the first, that's like, all right, market's open. We're trying this new thing. And he's like first guy in line. But I imagine someone like that would be unbelievably depressed. Like 12,000 years of meeting people and everyone dying. Like that'd be horrible.
Yeah. Is there a person disorder that can help you with that? Like, would the right narcissist just not care about anyone but themselves and have a dandy of a time for 12,000 years?
All right. So he's a 12,000-year-old psychopath. It's nothing but resentment for the rest of humanity.